been
Oh gosh.
about 3 months since everything happened, and you are in jail. And I don't know that they have decided what they're going to do with you yet.
Oh gosh, I'm not prepared for this. So, I wouldn't imagine Click to be one to read books. I would imagine he'd just sit there, make sure he's in shape, eating, contemplating past years, thinking about what happened.
Does he have to fight a lot of other inmates?
I would say he's probably in a private cell for most of the time, but provided you get yard time, what are you doing about other inmates? What's your MO?
Easily established dominance. I mean, that's the first thing he did.
Okay, and
Dominance through fighting or other?
Good question.
Yes.
Oh, okay. And I also think these people tend to stay away from you anyway. For one, you were an employee of Public Works, so they know you're like a cop in prison, so they don't really like you. And then word got around pretty fast about the role you had to play in sort of this drug fallout that happened. So you're not really a popular guy there, I'm sorry to say. That's about all I can resolve with you, I think, until Kaylee's here, because I do want to give her an opportunity to like talk to you or whatever. Have you been trying to communicate with Rogar from prison? I assume they give you rock phone and letter privileges.
I imagine just maybe every once in a while, Click just send the short little letter. Otherwise, or just keep him to himself.
That's so sad. Alexa, play Despacito. Just kidding. You have anything, Athel? Are you still thinking?
I think Athel headed back out to the countryside. It's just chilling in a cave.
You're chilling in a cave.
Just chilling.
There is
getting crunk with some baboons.
There is a very big memorial happening today. It's almost 3 months to the day that everything sort of hit the fan. Will Athel be attending that?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Cool. And this is sort of like all-encompassing for all of the people that got like shanked and killed when all of the new fusion addicts were running around. So, but I'll probably have to re-expose that when everyone else is here. Is there anything you guys want to like bring up about the season?
I could probably come up with a few questions of just like,
oh my god,
what's it like to be a YouTuber, and like,
oh my god, it's so hard.
It's not near as hard for us as it is for Chris.
Gives me something to do.
Gosh, it fucking rocks. I've always wanted to be a content creator, and I know we get like 8 views tops, but I'm like, yeah. Hell yeah, something we care about is in the world, and people are thinking about it sometimes when they see the posts.
Right.
I hate listening to myself. So.
You get used to it. Trust me. I've had a lot of people tell me that, and like, yeah, you just kind of get used to it.
I notice myself like smiling a lot when we record because I don't want to look like on camera. And so like halfway through our recordings, I'm like, oh my god, my face hurts. I gotta drop the facade. I don't know. I think it's pretty sweet. I like it a lot. What was that? Oh.
Did you have any like previous expectations going into this? Like, were you expecting in the first 3 weeks you're gonna have 1,000 subscribers, or like, what were your initial thoughts behind wanting to do this?
Do you guys have anything to say?
Well, I didn't really expect anything. I was just like, hey, this will be a cool thing to look back on when I'm 80.
It's been like what?
I can look at
4
my
months.
friends' grandchildren and be like, I did that. That's me.
4 to 5 months since we've done this, so I know it's been a while.
Whose idea was it, anyways?
Well, I think it. It came. Well, for what, the Critical Fools part, or just D&D in general?
I came up with Critical Fools. I was hey, we should be Critical Fail.
Yes. I think when it came to the recording thing, one time I think we were playing like an adaptation of a Crit Sandwich campaign, or we were playing that really boring one that I downloaded off the internet, which name I won't say because that'd be rude to the creator. I think I made some zingers. My guys, I'm so funny. We should just record this and put it on the internet. And then Josh was like, I'll make social media accounts. And then they were up. And then we were like, oh, fuck. How do any of us
Now
make
we
a
have to
YouTube
kind
video?
of-
And then
And
Chris
that's
reached out
when-
to us and we were like, thank God.
Right. And literally the only reason why was because a few days earlier, I happened to be talking to Kaylee. At the time, like I wasn't in school, right? So like I hadn't talked to any of you guys in months except her. And she was like, oh yeah, I have this D&D group. We might be like making YouTube videos and stuff. So I'm like, do you know how? That's just kind of why I reached out, you know?
Yeah. And she said, no, of course we fucking don't. It would have been like the MS Paint version of the show.
Movie Maker.
Fuck. I was horrible at Movie Maker. I did some
did
YouTube
that one
back in
time.
the day. Don't go looking.
I
think
made a YouTube
deleted
video
it,
with
I hope.
Movie Maker.
I think we
Yeah.
all have.
That's some garbo. So I'm beyond thankful.
I mean,
that
I
you
think it
stepped
was
in
really good.
or this would be nothing.
We should make T-shirts.
I have been thinking about T-shirts so fucking bad.
At
No
least
one wants a T-shirt of us,
do.
but I want one.
Well, at least just for us in the beginning to get the word out, and then if people want more, we can make more.
Before you start designing T-shirts, I might be revamping the logo just a little bit for the new season.
Ooh,
Oh my God!
season 2.
Wait,
Nice.
I'm gonna like make myself a T-shirt like with marker of the OG logo though. It's gonna be like
yeah.
Critical Fools Classic.
Season
Oh
1
my
logo.
God,
What the fuck
season
is
2
that?
logo.
Oh,
Damn.
Hey.
Whoa.
we were just talking about you.
We kind of weren't actually. We're kind of doing a like season review right now because I did some plot stuff while these two were here. But now that you're here, we can actually do some resolution between you and Click, if that's fine.
I'm heartbroken and unforgiving, but okay.
So the scene I have set is it's been 3 months, like almost to the day, since everything sort of hit the fan. And Click is being kept in jail with other criminals, I guess. And you guys and the governing order haven't really decided what to do with him yet because there's just been a lot of rebuilding that needs to happen first anyway. And on occasion, Click has been sending you letters from jail. Does Rogar read them? Does Rogar write back?
Yeah, Rogar reads them and has been writing back.
Okay. Do you guys think these letters have been like really casual or what? Obviously, there's a lot of hurt here.
I imagine it'd be kind of a little of both.
Yeah.
But
I imagine it like starting pretty hostile. And then and things opening up, you know?
Okay. It's 3 months to the day today, and there is going to be a large memorial for sort of everyone whose life was lost during this, like, at least week-long event, or those 2 days that you guys sort of, like, realized what was happening and killed Elion. There's still sort of a rampant fusion problem. They're no longer in production, but it's like meth or crack where like someone's making them now and people are still like into it. But anyway, there's a memorial today for everyone, and I assume you plan to go. Athel is going to be there, and then your coworkers are going to be there. But it is visiting day at the prison, and you have time to go before the memorial. Do you?
Yeah, I'll go.
Hell yeah. You get checked in. The guards don't actually take weapons from you because you are a government employee. You know, you're a cop. You're there. You're regular. So they let you in with all of your equipment and stuff, and you walk in, and I imagine open to forgiveness. That's so nice. I imagine Click is in a cell. You're not in like the glass phone room. You know what I'm saying? Not that. And also not the open room with the tables where you can actually make physical contact because he's clearly dangerous given the right circumstances, so they don't want that to happen. So you walk up to a cell sort of out of the way, and there's not really any other cells close. And there's Click doing whatever Click is doing, and then we'll restart the call because we can never do anything quickly here at the Critical Fools. Always slow. Slow and steady makes some content. That's
Understandable.
us.
Slow and steady wins the non-existent race.
Yeah, wins the non-existent race war fabricated by Elion, who then used that as fuel to start meth in the fantasy world. So, yay!
He's basically Walter White.
Yeah,
It's too bad
except
that,
meth
Fantasy
doesn't,
Wall
like,
Street was-
give you
Except
cool
Walter
ass-
White was a sympathetic character.
I actually am surprised by that. I did want Elion to be sort of sympathetic. In my head, how the ending was going to go is like, do you remember in The Incredibles when Syndrome was like, and when everyone's super, no one will be. But no, he did a little crazy forced prosthetic surgery, eugenics sort of thing going on. So obviously the sympathy did not happen there. But that's fine. It's okay. But anyway, you walk up to Click's cell, and Click, what are you doing?
I'm just probably right now, probably just sitting in the corner. Just I wouldn't say meditating, just kind of relaxing as much as possible.
Snoozing? No, okay.
No, not snoozing, just kind of sitting there.
Okay. And Rogar, you walk up. How does this scene play?
I'm gonna do the awkward. I'm looking at the floor, just kind of like kick at some pebbles. Be like
The jail
hey,
pebbles
jail pebbles.
What did you say? Hey,
in your character.
Yeah.
Rogar's voice has completely changed since. You're a bad influence.
It was the alcohol. Sorry, the mead. It was the mead.
Indeed. Click kind of like looks over, sees that Rogar's there, gets up and walks over to the door.
How's it going?
Can't complain.
Good.
I don't.
This
I don't know
is
what
kind
you
of how I
wanted.
imagined it to go.
I totally was
but-
not prepared for this.
Well, it's like this is genuine here, you know. It's like you literally killed him. So I don't know. I just wanted to see how this would play.
Taking on the spot here.
The fact that Rogar even went to go talk to Click is like, I wouldn't do that if I was Rogar. Like,
No.
Rogar is still very confused on how Rogar feels. He's almost come to an understanding. He knows why it had to be. That doesn't make it hurt any less.
Yeah.
But he understands.
Yeah, this is definitely something that'll take both sides, I guess, to heal a little bit. I'm not really sure where to go from here, though.
Yeah, do you guys have anything else to say or
Rogar's gonna put his hand out through the bars to shake Click's hand.
don't do that. COVID.
Rip.
Too late.
The guards next to Click's cell like perk up and like sort of come stand towards your side, seeing that you have just put your hands through the bars like a fool.
Click shakes Rogar's hand.
And in doing so, Rogar slips the ring back on Click's hand.
And I guess probably the next thing that Click would do is probably just ask how, I don't know, when the last time Rogar would have visited, if Rogar has visited at all, just how it's, what's, I guess, what it's like on outside, how life's been going. But in Click's voice.
Yeah, the rebuilding is going pretty well. The city doesn't look nearly as beautiful as it used to, but they're working hard.
That's a shame. Oh. It's a shame that it doesn't look like it used to.
It's the memorial today, you know.
That's what I've heard. Is everyone going to be there?
Yeah, everybody should be there. And then Rogar goes over and he whispers to the guards. And he hands him a piece of paper.
And the guards
He got
go,
the approval to bring Click to the memorial.
when you world build under the DM's nose, the guard looks at
World
the paper
build under
and
the DM.
Oh my god, guys, my teleprompter just said something really crazy once you did that.
Vamp.
Shit. Okay. So the guard looks at the paper and says, "Are you sure about this?" And he leans in closer. "This guy fucking killed you, right? Like you died."
I fucking love that image. The befuddled guard fucking died. Emma, did that appease you? I said
What?
the F word. Are you appeased?
Yes, I am very appeased.
Okay.
Thank you.
And the guard goes, look, just look me in the eyes and blink twice if you don't actually want to do this.
I'm focusing
Okay,
on not blinking.
all right, okay, whatever. This is the signature that's needed, so I'm just gonna unlock this door, I guess, unless somebody stops me from letting out a criminal. Okay, whatever. And he opens the cell, and then he slips into your hand a piece of paper. He says, "Don't open that here, okay?" And Click, you are ushered out of the cell. You're still wearing some manacles. I don't know that they're going to take like cuffs off of you. But
No.
you're out for the day.
Rager!
Wild. Wild.
I really want to
And-
see Click go on a killing spree now.
God.
I swear to God.
Rogar, when you
Not
walk
that
out,
anybody knew.
Well, I guess right now the only thing like anything like Click would, you could say kill would be anything that would just try to bring harm to, I guess, people now of the city. And he's trying to make it right by what happened.
that's nice. That's good. Rogar, when you guys get outside, you open up that paper that the guard handed you, and you look and see it says, Stockholm Syndrome. What to do when you're afflicted. And you probably just tuck that away in your pocket to look at later.
I'm
Well-
gonna throw it in the trash. Sorry.
Okay. So Steph's not here yet, but let me paint you a word picture of what's going on. Let's not waste time. So the memorial is today, and it is collective. It is for everyone who died. And though the city doesn't look near as beautiful as it did, a lot of rebuilding efforts have been going on. And one thing they really wanted to finish was a fountain in the middle of the city. It used to be kind of Times Square-esque. It was like that was the busiest part of the city, and everyone was like, "Ugh, don't go there." But in its place, they have built this gleaming white fountain made with stones that are pretty. I don't want to say a stone because I don't want people to be like, you shouldn't actually get that stone wet. So it's just beautiful white stone fountain. And engraved all over it, it is like floral and extravagant and beautiful. And there are chairs set up all around it facing it. And there's a little makeshift stage there and a podium. And you will all find your seats. Athel, you go to sit down, and Rogar's seat is right next to you. And Athel, are you surprised to see Click there?
Not really.
No one's surprised but me.
They're pretty tight.
He was in jail, but okay. So they sit down next to you, and you wait for it to start, and everyone shuffles in, and I assume, since we can only assume, that Zarakar comes in with Safi in tow, and they take a seat right next to you. And there's a lot of people there now, sort of all dressed in black. There's beautiful flowers all around the fountain and everything. They're turning this into sort of a memorial garden, and this is the opening. And stepping up to the podium, you see Superintendent Epley, who looks just a little more tired than he always used to. Some more bags under his eyes, but he is in his best suit, you assume. I guess you haven't seen his closet, but he's in his best suit, and he steps up to the podium and taps the mic and says, good afternoon, everyone. City of Wystone. Thank you for being here today to remember the lives lost in the tragedy that occurred 3 months ago. There is no replacing what we have lost here. But with the dedication of many caring citizens, we have started to put this city back together. And we could not have gotten this far without the participation of all of you. So thank you. And I know all the people that you are missing now and have gone appreciate all you have done in their memory also. And this city is going to recover. It has done so before. Hopefully it will not have to do so for a very long time again, but we will make it through this. And I would be remiss if I didn't honor the people who saved our hides 3 months ago. And he points at you all and gestures at you to stand up. And he said, people of Wystone, the public works department of the Governing Order of Development are heroes, unlikely as they may have been in our darkest hour. And you all stand, and everyone starts clapping and cheering for you. Click, do you stand?
I guess I'll kind of, I don't know, look at Rogar and maybe some of the guards that I assume that they would be there, kind of in a way that say, hey, is it okay if I stand or should I stay seated? And type of, without actually asking.
Guards look at you and Rogar, what do you do?
Hello.
Hello.
Her screen's frozen.
Hello.
Hello.
We
Hello.
can hear you.
Hello.
While Rogar's booting back up, let's skip ahead a little bit. After the memorial, you guys all share, what was that? Hugs and tears. And you have been invited back to the governing order. And when you all get there, you see people moving boxes out of Superintendent Epley's office while he just stands and looks longingly.
Oh my god, did he get fired?
You can ask him.
Ayo, Epley, what's up?
Oh, Ethel, you look well. Oh, not much. They're just cleaning out the old office.
Why?
Well, you guys saw the scene. We're gonna need a new chancellor, and the city has elected me.
Ooh, exciting.
I have to go get my laundry.
Yeah, it is, and it will be a welcome change. Sort of. I am gonna miss it here, and I'm going to miss all of you.
Don't worry, you'll see me.
Good. I'm very excited to see you. I do hope you all will come to the party in the multi-purpose room later. It's sort of a going away retirement, but also promotion party. There'll be cake. It's nothing, really.
We'll be there.
I'm glad. And that's sort of the end of that conversation. And
I would have voted for Monica to become chancellor.
should I make her show up at the memorial? Or at this party?
Yeah, outside the party. She's just chilling there waiting for Rogar.
I'm going to do it now. You guys end up at this party. There is cake as promised. And you see catering the party is Bepsy. And his son, what is his son's name?
Did you give his son a name?
I know I did.
Ayo,
Wystone?
she's back.
No, not your son, Bepsy's son.
Rats. My son.
Did I name Bepsy's son?
I don't know.
I haven't rewatched the footage yet. I don't know.
I haven't either. And Bepsy's son is there helping him serve cake and food and things, and
What
he
happened while I
sees
was
you all and wave. I'm just doing stuff that wasn't
Epley's
necessary
chancellor.
to have everyone.
Okay.
Epley has been promoted to chancellor, and you guys are all at his party for that. And Bepsy is catering with his son there, And he sees you all and gives like a fond wave, and then sees Click and then like looks a little confused, but finds it more polite just to continue to wave. But we didn't finish up that memorial. I'm sorry, there's going to be shit to cut. The memorial. Click has looked to you, Rogar, to see if he should stand or not when Epley recognizes you. And the guards have given him a grumpy look.
I think he should.
Quick stance.
Do you like... Okay, wow. Cool. I wonder if Steph were here, if like Zarakar would like push Click back down since he literally killed like all of you.
I imagine he'd try, but being
Didn't
as
kill
strong
me.
as strong as Click is, he probably wouldn't work.
I wish he were here because I see Zarakar harboring this like
Yeah, I do
more
too.
than Rogar has for sure, or that Athel has. Like if it were me,
I made it out with 7 health. I'm good.
I didn't even touch her. I didn't
Oh,
touch
yeah.
Apple.
Yeah.
But no, if it were me playing a character like this, I would have a super hard time like giving Click out to come to this, allowing him to stand as part of the people who saved the day when he literally was like hacking you guys to death. But no, that's a character choice, and I support it completely. That's just really shocking for me. But everyone is clapping and cheering for you, and Epley like nods and lets you sit down, and he says, this is going to be a long process, and it will be difficult. We are going to make it. Of that, I am sure. And then everyone, yay, claps and whatever, and the memorial's over, and Epley catches you before you leave and says, don't forget to come by the order later for the party. And that's how we got to this party thing.
Okay.
And then I'm going to play Steph. Horrible Scottish accent. And then you all go, Zarakar, it's so you.
So
No,
funny.
sorry. It's not, okay. I don't think it's bad, but I'm sure anyone with that real accent would think it was very bad. But no, he brings Safi to the memorial, so you guys can only assume that that's going fine. You can talk to Safi if you want at this party. We can say Zarakar's getting sloshed on punch or whatever. You don't have to. I'm just offering.
Is there food
I
at
know.
this party?
Yeah, Bepsi is catering.
I'm gonna start
I
shoving food into my bag.
assume Rogar is still like bringing Click along on this.
Yeah.
Okay, I was going to say, I assume this as well.
All right. So, Click asks if there's any food that he could have.
We're gonna go up and get food and sit at a table
Okay.
because there are things that Rogar wants to talk about.
Okay, before you start talking, you sit down. But Rogar, out of the corner of your eye, you see standing outside of the door of this room is a kobold woman with a small blanket in her arms, like peering through the door. And you recognize this is Monica.
I'll go over and talk to Monica quick.
Okay, God, I
Real
don't
quick.
remember her.
I'll stay at the table.
Question: how long is a kobold gestation period?
Fantasy, however long it has been. Haha, good. Very short. She laid an egg, bam, there's a baby. Easy peasy. It wasn't long. She walks up to you and says, or you walk up to her and she's like, hi, I know this is probably a bad time, but
no, not at all.
Look, my husband doesn't know I'm here, but I know a lot of things happened up here while you guys were sort of saving the world, and considering your track record, I just thought you'd like to meet Bixby in case you died. So this is Bixby, and she hands you this child, who looks pretty fucking messed up, because half kobold, half dragonborn, so he's got a big-ass dragonborn head. Are you gold? You gold dragonborn?
Yeah.
His scales are, they're sort of dark, like a blackish, but, you know, when he moves his head around, you see gold, like, all over them. And he looks at you and, like, coughs. And, what is your breath weapon? Is it just fire?
Mm-hmm.
He coughs and, like, some fire comes out and looks up at you like,
I'm gonna give him a little kiss on the forehead, and I'm gonna hand him back to Monica.
She takes him back and says, "You're always welcome to visit. But you're gonna have to come up with a pretty good reason, I guess. Not that my
If you
husband can
ever
do
need
anything about it."
anything, please. If you ever need anything, do not hesitate.
And she said, "We won't." And then with that, she sort of takes her leave, and she'll probably write you letters and shit and send school pictures and whatever, but it's all. I just wanted you to be able to resolve that meeting your cute son. You can go back to your table
Well, I
and
guess
talk with
it
Click.
would be important to note, in all of this, Rogar's parents did die. So Rogar has inherited everything.
What the fuck? Do your parents live in Wystone?
Yeah.
So you just made the choice that your parents died in this.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I made the choice. I made so many choices that I wanted to talk to you about, and then today was kind of hectic. And I was like, oh, we're recording right now.
Okay.
I
Well,
never
your
got to
parents
talk
are
to
dead
you.
and you inherited everything. Okay, and you can go have your convo with Click. That's so fine.
Yeah, because that was important to what's going to happen here.
Oh boy.
Click. I've hired you a good lawyer. He thinks we can help you out.
Thanks. You didn't have to do that.
I did.
Thank you. It is very much appreciated.
I love you. I do not forgive you yet, but I love you.
Click just kind of. I was kind of just taken back, just not really sure what to say.
Pause. Vote below if this is a toxic relationship. Just
How
kidding.
many red flags do you see?
None. I'm wearing rose-colored glasses. Anyway, go on with your character choices.
Oh my gosh.
Thanks.
Okay. Is there anything else you want to resolve here?
Oh,
Is there anything Click wants to say?
Click was still trying to process what was just said. And like, what's happened the past like minute in this conversation?
Okay. Process in jail, punk. So that's a cliffhanger for the audience. Anyway, you guys heard that Safi has taken a job at Bepsi's Bakery, which is rebuilt right by the fountain. And really big, actually, now. People come from all over Wystone to get some bread and croissants. And so things seem to be going pretty well on that front. And Rogar, I think you would know. Athel, you've been in a cave, so I don't know. But Zarakar stops in to the bakery every now and again to buy breads and see Safi. And from everything you can tell, that's going well. But it's 3 months. It's too soon to tell. They don't know how their views on politics line up yet. So we'll just see how that goes. And you guys all go back to living your lives. And you're not really sure where it's going to go from here. There's a lot of questions and rebuilding that needs to happen. You know, you guys fought really hard and saved a lot of people. The end. Okay. Is there anything else for like the season review you guys want to do? Kaylee wasn't really in here for any of Chris's spot on interview questions. Like, damn.
Oh, I did have one question that like just boggled me a little bit.
Okay.
We killed Elion like 3/4 of the way through the battle.
Yeah.
Why did you keep fighting this, Josh?
I really don't know.
You could have stopped.
I was just coming up with things on the fly, I guess.
See, Kaylee's personal feelings are hurt on Rogar's behalf right here. Is what's happening, I believe. Also, that's why I think I gave Safi that line where it's like, he's gone. What now? That was sort of like a way out for you, but I left it open. I wanted you to make that choice for your character, and this is what played out.
I'm trying to just think back. I don't know if Click. I don't know where Click was in relation to like physically in that vicinity to Elion, and if he had noticed, if he was still fighting. I think he was fighting Safi at the time that Athel just how did he die? Was it the blast from Safi? that killed him, or
Elion?
yeah.
Oh, I have
Or-
no recollection.
Yeah, we'll have to watch the video, I guess. It was either that or Ethel snapped his neck or something.
No, Athel did 5 neck snapping damage, and
Oh,
he's
yeah.
at 3 HP.
Yep.
I do have that here, but I don't know what happened after.
Someone blasted his head off.
Yeah, I think it
Yeah.
might have been.
Because Athel had to
Assassin.
roll to make sure that she did.
Well, and I think Click was still in rage at that point, so maybe he just hadn't quite set in that he had died yet.
I can accept that explanation. I don't know if Kaylee can. Boop, boop, boop. I know she won't necessarily be right below me in the video, but
She will be.
ha. Yeah, are you guys okay after that? Like real human selves. How do you feel about the ending?
It hurt. I'm not gonna lie. As soon as we were done recording, and when I just sat there for a few minutes, and we're like, "What?"
What
were-
the fuck just
yeah,
happened?
We were both a little hurt
in
from it.
shock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been thinking about it all day, and I was
I was
really
very
sad that it
thrown
was
off.
over. I'm sad
Yep.
that it's over for
Yep.
season 1, and I'm excited to play, and I know we're gonna keep playing, but I don't know. We've been doing this
Yeah.
for months now, and it was like, oh, it's it's over.
Yeah, the thing for me, like last night going into the morning, like I mean, I knew we were coming to the end of season 1 and kind of almost getting ready for starting filming for season 2 or recording. Like, kind of hit me that these characters and this this timeline is basically going to come to an end pretty soon, and kind of weird because like you said, this has been a part. I mean, we've been doing this for months now, so
How
a little weird to think about.
how long of campaigns do you guys usually do?
This is our longest one that we've done.
I think so, yeah. We completed Monster Park in like 5 sessions, I think, and that wasn't near as in depth. I didn't put so much into that because it was a campaign I had taken from somewhere. And this was like my brainchild with lots of influence from things like Crit Sandwich and the Adventure Zone, and specifically the Adventure Zone, the Balance Arc, and then Crit Sandwich. They're doing a BioShock campaign right now, and I looked into BioShock a lot, see if I wanted to buy that game because I don't have a lot of money. And I'm like, this is a cool twist. I thought it needed something. I thought the campaign needed something because, anytime I tried to put it on mystery, Zarakar was like, oh, it's kobolds. And even when there wasn't a mystery, Athel was like, oh, it's this. I'm like, oh, fuck, I better blow this world up because they're too smart for me to DM this.
So do you think in the future you guys going to try to do something a little bit smaller, like maybe like a 10 episode type of thing, or?
I guess it really depends on what we will be doing. So
and what the DM wants to accomplish.
I'm just chill. I'm along for the ride.
Yeah. What do you think, Kaylee?
Yeah, consider this a good segue. What's going on with season 2?
Oh, we got some plans for season 2. So it started out, I was gonna do like a pre-made campaign because I was like, it's gonna be a lot to like do my own. I didn't think I could do it, and then I ran a couple like mini campaigns during Bandcamp week, and I was like, I think I could write my own.
Okay.
So I've kind of been working through that.
Well, go on.
No, go for it.
Okay, when we first decided, it's like, hey, does anyone want to DM season 2? You were like, yeah, okay, but that was like a long time ago. We thought we were going to wrap this up faster than we did, and we didn't. So you've had like a lot of time to think about it, I imagine.
I have, and I have quite a few things in mind.
Sweet.
Yay.
And then Chris, you'll be joining us.
Maybe, yes.
Yes.
Force you to do anything.
I'm going to do a little bit more research, and I'm probably going to create a different character.
What about Danny DeVito?
Right, that's why I'm going to change the character.
Bob Ross?
Rob Boss? You want to borrow Rob Boss?
I will
Rob
get
Boss.
back to you on
It
that.
was like a level 26
Yeah.
Rob Boss.
I think it'd be a lot of fun to have.
I think the
You
story
probably-
that I wanted to originally do is I'm probably going to keep most of that, just like the character, though. I might just look around and try to learn a little bit more about the classes and stuff because I literally don't know anything.
Oh,
I'm
this
not
is
Yeah, that'd be a
question.
good idea.
Kaylee, you're open to sort of anything in the D&D proper, aren't you? So not like bound to the PHB races, but like the expanded. Because I'm an Earth Genasi in this one, which is not in the player handbook. It's an expansion sort of deal. So.
Yeah. I mean, like for this last campaign, Arakaka, they're not in the PHB, but
yeah. So if you're recreating characters, Chris, I think then that opens up like Fearbolg and Kinku and Genasi and Asimar, or like
that's literally Greek to me right now.
I'm just throwing out words, and maybe when you're like looking stuff up, you'll like see that and go, "I've heard that word." But anyway, I think that's a nice bow to tie this in, except for Stefan, who isn't here, but. We can
interrogate him later.
Yeah, and just call him, hey, what did you think about the campaign? He'd be like, oh shit, but So it is exactly 3 months to the day since everything hit the fan, and there's a lot of rebuilding that needs to happen with the city, but today is a big ceremony memorial for everyone that died that day. And you are all the guests of honor at this ceremony. While we were recording, I said that Safi was coming with you. Is that fine?
That works with me.
Okay. And you get there, and your seats are right next to Athel and Rogar, and maybe to your surprise, Click. What do you think about that?
I'm just gonna walk over and be like, hello, friends. Click, and I'll give him a slight nod and sit down.
Okay, and Epley goes through his whole speech and gestures to all of you to recognize you as the ones who saved the day. And Rogar and Athel stand up, and you go to stand up, and Click stands up. What does Erikar think about this?
I have to think about how I'll approach it. I'll give him like a look of shock, I guess you could say, like, you're really gonna do that, but then realize that at one point he really did help us when we needed it. So I'll just kind of like let it go for today.
Okay.
Nothing, yeah.
Okay. And then after the memorial, you guys are all invited to Superintendent Epley's retirement party, as he is no longer going to be the superintendent of the Governing Order of Development. He is going to be the Chancellor of Wystone. So, and everyone plans to go to that. There are finger sandwiches and dancing and everything. And what are you doing?
So who's at the big old party or whatever?
Everyone in the Governing Order is there.
Okay. So like all of us.
Mm-hmm.
Is Click still there?
Yes, Rogar brought him with.
Okay.
He's still cuffed, but he's there.
I'll walk over and be like, Click, I know you did what you had to because he really didn't give you a choice, but as of now, I still can't forgive you, and I hope that's all right. But, I mean, I wish you the best, but that's all I can really say for now.
Okay. I imagine Click would take that as well as he has everything else. He, throughout everything he has expressed that he knows what he did was wrong, and he can't expect everyone to forgive him for that. So, okay. And then Safi's there also. Is there anything you want to wrap up there? She has a new job at Bepsi's Bakery, has been working there. Do you guys see each other often? What's your deal? What's popping there?
I think I'll stop in and I'll chat with her, because, I mean, we're still friends and stuff at the end, and I still promise her that date. I haven't taken her on yet.
Okay. Are you going to?
Yeah.
Did you want to?
Actually. Yeah. I mean, okay. It's just like, so this would be the city as of now, yeah?
Yep.
Okay. So I'll make my way over. Not strut. That'd be kind of weird.
Strut.
Just fucking make my way over. No, I'll make my way over and be like, Safi, I still promise you that date that I haven't gotten around to. Because, the end of the world, blah, 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 all that garbage happened.
Yes, and
I think me and you should go out and spend the night on the town. What do you think?
like this instant when we're supposed to be at this party, or
I think we could stay a little longer and they wouldn't mind us too much being gone.
why not? And you guys can stay at the party for a little while longer. Where are you gonna go? Where are you gonna take her?
Definitely not Pepsi's because she works there. Just like one of the nicer restaurants in town. I don't know
Okay.
what you would really, something like that. Yeah, just like a nice little place to
Okay.
dinner.
Cool. You find a fantasy Olive Garden and you
Nice.
go there. Yeah, is there anything you want to like flesh out in this scene, or do you just want a general and you eat pasta and have a good night? The end. This
Yeah.
is the end of the show. So
Oh.
these characters
Yeah.
essentially are gone forever after this.
I mean, I'm fine with that. It's weird finally being able to end one. Like,
Yeah.
this is one of the longer ones I've gotten to do.
Yeah,
That's
we ended Monster Park, but
Yeah,
okay,
but
you
like,
guys-
this is one of the bigger ones, I guess.
you guys go to Fantasy Olive Garden and have some endless soup and breadsticks. And she says, I hope you brought your wallet because everything I have was left in Keelan.
All right, don't worry, I planned for it, so.
Okay, and you guys have a nice dinner, and whatever happens from here happens from here. And then we did like a season review. So maybe
Yeah.
I'll pull out some of the questions Chris asked. What's it feel like to be a YouTuber?
It doesn't feel any different right now, I guess. I mean, I know we have like, what, isn't it like 30?
38 subscribers.
Yeah. That's kind of, I mean, that's bigger for me. I mean, that's the biggest I've ever done. I had a friend in high school who did that, and I was in some of his videos. Didn't feel like much, because I mean, if we start steamrolling a bit more, it's going to feel like, something crazy and special is happening. Right now, it just feels like kind of like Crit Role does, where they just get together and they have a home game and it just happens to be recorded. It's something nice. I mean, we obviously can't do it because COVID and other
Yeah.
people have their stuff, so it's hard to do it in person. So, like, this feels like just, when you get together in college and play a
Yeah.
game with your friends, like just a new one that you're trying to try out and flesh out.
What did you expect when we started? Did you expect a lot of views, or we did get over 100 views on our first video, but that
Oh,
has
wow.
slowly like crept
Well,
back since.
yeah.
What did you expect?
I mean, I expected a decent amount. 100 is a lot more than I was, planning on. I mean, I guess my limit was like 40.
40?
I feel like it's okay. And that many people like actually interested in what we do is pretty solid. And I did not expect the story to go the way it did, which is great. I enjoyed that one.
How did you feel after the betrayal? Actually, we had 182 views on our first episode.
Wow.
But it's gone down since then.
Well, I mean,
I think a lot of family and friends watched the first one to support
Mhm.
us, and then I think especially my family realized like, I have no idea what this is.
so they just
Stop. But what did you think about the big twist at the end?
That threw me for a loop. I'm gonna be straight honest with you. I was shocked. That, like, I knew he walked over, and I was like, "Ah, shit, we have to keep it." I wanted to just. I mean, I'm glad that we did it in a way where all we did was just knock him out, and he just out that way, rather than fucking murder a friend.
Yeah.
That's not where I wanted to leave it. But that whole thing threw me for a loop. I did not expect that at all.
Yeah. Were you mad at us? Because Josh and I had
No,
known for
no,
like over
I-
half the campaign that was going to happen, and you guys.
I'm not
were
mad.
otherwise-
I enjoyed it. That's a
Cool.
nice refresher, like a good plot twist that you don't have too often, I guess.
I'm glad. I'm glad it went over that way. I'm nervous that Kaylee is going to kill us in the next campaign. She'll be DMing.
We'll be all right. Like, she was supposed to die when Josh attacked her.
I know, I spared her.
That was
But,
funny. That was funny.
speaking of campaign 2,
Mhm.
what are you excited for? Can you tell us a little bit about your character and what you're excited to happen then?
So, I'm excited to see what kind of stuff that Kaylee as a DM is gonna do, because I know by now, because you've run what, like 4 games for us now. Yeah, that I kind of get your style now, and I think it'll be interesting to see like a change and see how Kaylee's gonna do her way of DMing and see how that changes from yours. And just get a whole new DM is always fun to see what they can do and what kind of shenanigans they can get you into. But what kind of character my guy is? He's a half-orc rogue. His name. Did we give names when you guys were doing it?
I think so.
Okay, so yeah, my guy's name starts with a V. I need to find it. There it is. No, it's Z. Zarmir Sarfang. He's a half-orc rogue. He's supposed to be a shady character. He's kind of a big criminal wherever we're going to start in. I'm going to center him around, being shady, and everyone will sometimes be on the lookout. It's kind of like if you see him and you're, for the good stuff, you try to stop him. If not, you just don't bat an eye, because you could go the wrong way. You can end up dead in an alley. That's kind of what
Oh, okay.
my guy's all about. I mean, he'll be nice to people he likes, but others don't cross him too bad.
Okay. I'm like the cleric of the group, and I think it'd be cool to go against the whole cleric and rogue don't get along because rogue is bad guy, cleric is good guy.
Yeah.
So I wonder what kind of dynamic we can create that isn't the normal trope.
Yeah, I kind of want to see what your character's going to be like so that I can get a feel of the personality, and then we can see if our personalities either clash a little bit, like friendly-wise, or like get along. I think it'll be fun to see everyone's new characters.
I think this is the first character I've ever made that isn't like a charisma character.
Yeah.
Earth Genasi cleric named Preston Digitation. And I don't know, I just kind of want him to be a little bit of a chill guy, but also very very straightforward. But I also want him to be fucking jacked, ripped, drop dead handsome, because I told Kaylee I want him to attract a lot of attention. But he's
just, like,
asexual,
awkward?
so he's going to be
that's
like,
right.
no, actually, I'm not interested. And then people will be like, what's that guy's deal? So that's sort of his deal.
Oh, like they're going to get like he's stuck up.
Yeah, it's like, ooh, what a prude. And he's like, nope, just not interested. Sorry.
Nope, I just can't explain what's wrong with me.
I'm not interested in coitus, but thanks for coming over here. Yep.
Thanks for the feelings at all.
Yeah. Okay, well, that was sort of the wrap up I wanted to do. I can stop recording now. Unless there's anything you want to say for the series season
thanks,
review.
I guess, for the continual viewers that we have. It's always great to have support from people who are interested in what we do. I just think it's always great to have anyone at all to just watch it. I think it's something cool for people to just get their own little fix of D&D, and doesn't have to be mainstream. Just a nice little game that we do. So
Yeah.